understanding how you're moving in the marketplace versus your competitors really can help you to understand whether either a sustaining innovation is taking place or whether disruptive innovation is taking place. And that can be understood long before the actual disruption occurs. And once you have that insight, it's fairly straightforward to know how to combat either a disruptive innovation or to continue on the path that you're on and sustain the innovation trajectory that you're already on. And then finally, the final insight here, again, just to underscore the importance of leveraging good theory as you go out and deliver these solutions, is that without understanding the growth of your overall market, you can't really know if you're gaining or losing market share. And I've seen this many, many times where an organization has joined the conference. Look internally at the things that their growth rates. They'll look at their ERP systems, look at how they're growing from year to year, and they might look at their growth and say, okay, I'm growing 10% over last year. That's better than I've ever done before, and pat themselves on the back. And then, without looking externally and understanding how the entire marketplace is growing, if that market is growing at 20% a year, are you really doing as good as you thought you were? And so the key insight here is really to consider those external factors, consider in context how you're doing as an organization versus what else is happening in the marketplace. So just to speak to SAP and RJT and how we're addressing some of these concerns, what you'll find is a set of solutions that are comprehensive and that really address the full set of needs of an organization. And those needs include if you need increasing the productivity of certain processes, either through ERP or various other transactional systems. Also being able to integrate those particular transaction systems with solutions that are specific to performance management, solutions that are bidirectional. So being able to not only report information and pull information out of a system, but also be able to submit information back into that system in a very user-friendly way. This is a very common example of this would be for budgeting and forecasting and those types of solutions. Also being able to run various what-if scenarios against this information, historic information that's available, and understand what's happening in the future. The second area that I wanted to highlight here is the area of enterprise information management. One of the real challenges and costs that organizations have to deal with is twofold. One is the fact that a lot of traditional solutions that go out there and help you to get access to this information actually require you to move that information from one place to another in order to get real value from it. And the solutions that are in the market today from SAP actually give you the ability to have virtual schemas of that information, be able to point to it where it exists today, and pull that together in such a way that you're not spending a lot of time and effort to restore the information, recopy that information, and provide value to your organization. And then the next area here is traditional business intelligence tools and implementations have really run into trouble around business adoption and user adoption because of one primary reason, and that is just the speed of queries and the speed of being able to access or update or refresh information. And so some of these concepts around Moore's Law, et cetera, and some of the current trends in the marketplace, as well as various new database technologies that are available, allow companies to benefit from advantages and availability of in-memory solutions, as well as solutions like column or database storage, et cetera. And what users are seeing is that they are seeing orders of magnitude improvement in their ability to access information, in their query response times, et cetera. And so as the size of the information you're accessing grows, or as you try to roll out information to a broader set of users, this is a critical set of functionality to be able to provide sub-second response to your users or very short refresh times to your users. So the next concept is that I want to talk about is just the ability to, or first to recognize that different stakeholders within your organization have different needs. So your finance organization is going to have a certain set of needs and capabilities that they have to have. For example, we were talking about the need to be able to send data back into a database or change hierarchies on the fly or be able to put journal entries into a system or consolidate information from lots of different transactional systems. And so that's a unique set of capabilities that finance users typically are dealing with, and you need to make sure that you've got solutions that can help those users out particularly. And then throughout all the rest of the organization, you have other needs. So executives have the need for highly summarized, impactful views, as well as insights into what is happening in the environment, as well as what is being forecast for the organization. Business users and frontline managers have a need for greater levels of detail or more structured information, and things that are repeatable but more real time. And so as you choose a vendor and partners to implement these types of solutions, it's important to make sure you've got a broad set of capabilities to address all the various needs of different users that are in the organization. Finally, I want to talk about a customer success story that we're aware of, and that is with Sara Lee Corporation. Sara Lee implemented some of these solutions that we're talking about to improve their real-time access to information, but also provide much broader adoption of these solutions and get better access to that information across the organization. And the quote from Sara Lee is that with Explorer, which is one of these solutions that we've been talking about, executives could get answers in milliseconds, brand profitability, customer buying patterns. This could change the way decisions are made. So
has joined the conference.
As we work through kind of the last few minutes that we've got together here, really our goal is to help organizations to align their strategy, their approach to the marketplace, and to addressing data needs with good strategy as well as a good set of tools that address their needs not only today but also moving into the future, and to do that in a cost-effective way. And what I wanted to emphasize here is that we do have solutions that are available for various sizes of organizations, and there are methodologies that help us to be successful in various different industries that are available out there or that we work with as well. One of the last things I want to talk about here is just to underscore, as you go down this path and you engage in these sorts of implementations, it's pretty easy to try to boil the ocean, especially given the new capabilities that are available and all the exciting things that your users want and have experienced. Many of them their appetite for information has been greatly increased because of what's happened in the consumer technology space. Their desire to have new gadgets and new ways to view the marketplace have increased. And so we found that it's critical in order to transfer knowledge, get the user adoption that you're looking for, but also to build momentum within the organization to find solutions or projects that deliver a measurable, meaningful impact quickly to the organization, and then you build on that to continue to deliver these the benefits to the organization over a period of time. And so with that, I want to go ahead and open this up for questions. I know that there's a lot that we didn't have time to cover today, but we certainly welcome the opportunity to speak one-on-one about your needs, the things that you're trying to accomplish, and see if there are some ways that we can provide some benefit and value to your organization.
So thank you for that, Charles. Once again, as Charles mentioned, we are open for questions. You can use either the chat functionality or the phone to address questions directly to Charles. As a reminder, we'd also send you a transcript of the presentation afterwards. And we would, with that said, let's start with the questions now. Thank you.
Has joined the conference. Has left the conference.
Moira Garner.
Has left the conference.
Sounds like nobody wants to.
Has left the conference.
Why don't we do this, Abhishek? We can go ahead and send out the slide deck that we've provided here, as well as additional information that's available about our latest solution offerings, as well as the latest offerings from SAP, and then we can initiate some of or answer the questions that are coming in via email directly.
Okay, let's do that. So, well, that said,
has left the conference.
Thank you, everyone, for joining the conference. And yeah, Charles, I would forward all the slide deck and the material over to all our attendees for the day. Okay, thank you, everyone, for joining us today.
Has left the conference.